Here's part 3 of 10 myths people believe about their church. Continuing on, starting with myth number 8. The other church is better. Let me say that again. The other church is better. Let's see how so. This myth is closely related to the one presented at the building. The belief that a better church exists down the road, across town, in another state, or denominational family. While there may be more popular choices or even churches that are thriving, it is a dangerous place to always be comparing where God has you to what someone else has. If you're not careful, you move into the land of coveting instead of being thankful for where God has you. Maybe you should spend time seeking to provide solutions and be of service to your leadership rather than grumbling and complaining about how so-and-so's church across town is doing their youth or young adult ministry or any other ministries, their outreaches or worship nights better. Myth number 9. Church is the perfect place to find a spouse. Whoa. Hold up. Well, let's see what it says. Being equally yoked is different than actively dating through an entire singles ministry. Having common ground is good. Establishing a strong spiritual foundation for a relationship is great. But stepping through a different set of doors every 6 months on your journey towards landing the one is not the best strategy. Being connected to the body is different than singing up to serve in the college ministry the day after you got dumped. A vibrant spiritual life is the fruit of being rooted in a community of believers who are as eager for your personal growth as you are. And finally, let's go on to part 4 of the next video. No, I'm just kidding. Finally, here is myth number 10. The church is where to bring unbelieving friends, or unsaved friends, non-Christian friends, whatever you want to call it. There are churches that sell this myth well. The lie that if you just get your unsaved friends or loved ones to the door, I guarantee their salvation. This is about as far from the truth as you can get. Nowhere in Scripture is the church labeled as the place to bring the lost. Rather, the disciples of Jesus were commissioned to go out and be a light in the darkness, to bring the good news to others. The goal of Christians is to preach the gospel to the unsaved in our lives, to family and friends, neighbors and co-workers who have yet to understand what amazing grace really means. It is the job of each follower of Jesus to introduce people to His goodness and power through their regular interactions, not bait them into attending a church service. Now, don't worry, I've been guilty of that myself. Especially several years ago when I was still in high school, and maybe sometime after high school, I thought if I just bring my unsaved friends with me to church, they'll get saved. And boy, I was wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, but Jesus commands us to go out into all the world and make disciples, to bring people to salvation. So yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with bringing your unsaved friends or family members into the church, but don't expect them to just get saved, right there. No matter how spiritual or Jesus-like they see how the church is, who knows? They might not get saved till 20 or 30 years later. I'm just saying. Anyways, we are to be the salt and light of the earth and go out into the world to preach the gospel, to tell people about salvation through Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching these videos, and many more to come as always. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.